Podluck. The first is just a notice I wanted to give because this show has served me well this year, which is Superman and Lois is renewed for season 3 on the CW.
Woo!
It's also worth pointing out that at least at this time, Batwoman has not been renewed. That is good news.
All good news from here.
Yes.
I love it.
Very good news. So it says the CW has renewed the DC series Superman and Lois for a 3rd season. Since the beginning in 2021, remember, guys, when I said that I just have certain days where I just can't read?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Today
Those days.
is one of those days. And it's
go.
not as bad as other days. Like, I'm fumbling words at the end of it, but it's not the whole thing where sometimes I literally, guys, will be on air and I'll read something and I'll be like, I hope everyone pretended that made sense because it didn't make any sense to me.
We can see the article on the
Yes.
screen.
It's
all
okay.
It's why
Words
I-
are hard.
That's why I put these articles in here.
The girl from Grimm is in here. That's awesome. I loved Grimm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We
She's a
love
great
it.
lady.
That is,
Yeah.
this is a
Grimm's
grim.
good show.
This is a grim safe zone.
I enjoyed that show. Okay, I haven't watched a lot of
I got
shows. It's
Andy
good.
to rewatch that show.
Awesome. Love
So I'm actually it's literally on my TV downstairs. right now.
Great. I love it.
Russell Hornsby is great in that show.
Where
David,
does this stream?
Amazon Prime.
Perfect. We
Yes.
have Amazon.
So-
I'm gonna watch it.
It says it's been Superman and Lois has consistently been one of the network's highest rated shows and one of the most well received series to tackle with the realm of DC Comics led by Tyler Hoechlin. I can never pronounce if it's Hoechlin or Hoechlin. I say Hoechlin.
Hoechlin.
As Clark Kent, aka Superman, and Elizabeth, no longer Bitsy, Tulloch. Bitsy is what she went by most of her.
Well, I
rest of
think
her-
Cute.
she changed it because it sounds kind of childish.
It is pretty juvenile, but it's cute.
but
Give me
a lot of times they choose names like that because it's memorable. If she had always been Elizabeth Tulloch, I would have been like, and that lady, the
What's her name?
Tulloch,
Yeah.
Tulloch something.
Tulloch
But
is a great
Bitsy-
last name, though. I
but-
think Tulloch is unique enough.
But Bitsy sticks with you.
True.
You will remember Bitsy.
True.
Do you think she's going to change it back anytime soon?
No, I think she'll leave
I
it
think
now.
she's done. Yeah. She's-
Maybe she'll be the artist formerly known as Bitsy
Yeah,
Tulloch
there
at
you
some
go.
point. I do want to point out that I do think it's weird how they look kind of similar.
Yeah.
They look at that picture of them. They have
do,
the
don't
same
they?
facial features, but they're not siblings. They're husband and wife. So
Oh,
maybe it's
boy.
that thing where narcissist where you seek out someone that looks like you.
No,
Yeah, that's
no. There's
possible.
actually scientific proof that so this is actually a true thing about real couples. So when you stay with your spouse for a long time, you
Start to look
slowly
at them.
yeah.
Look like them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. So like I kind of like what they did right
I
there
gotta
for
look it up.
casting.
Yeah.
Where they chose like somebody that actually looks like them because that I prefer when they choose like actors that kind of look similar to the other actor because then it's more believable to me.
Right.
I just want to say that she is it's an aside, it's not really relevant to the fact that they got season 3 and she is absolutely at her best when she's playing mom in this show.
Yep.
The Lois Lane part of it, I could take or leave. I just it doesn't I just want to see Superman be Superman and be awesome, and then I want to see Superman try to be dad and be not quite as awesome,
Mediocre, yeah.
but deal with it in a way that him and she does well as like Lois Lane the reporter, but I love her as the mom in this show. She's very believable as that character. So I love it. And it says, as we prepare for the 2022-2023 season, these scripted series, along with the alternative series, were renewed earlier. So they also renewed The Flash for season 9, which has
Right.
slowly been dying a slow death since season 3. Unfortunately, I think that will be the last season of that one.
It's okay. Hire him to be another ginger character.
I don't think Grant Gustin wants to play that character. Every time I see him on the show, he just looks sad.
Oh, no.
I don't watch the show anymore, but I watch like clips, and he just looks.
I feel like TV shows have a certain length that they can go.
Yeah, not everybody can be a Law and Order, which goes 18 seasons. But a lot of that.
Wait,
is like,
it's still alive?
well, Law and Order was just brought back for that was
right,
yeah.
yeah.
and by the way, Law and Order: Criminal Intent is the best Law and Order. Don't at me.
Oh, okay.
I remember
They
that
can't.
weird
You don't have Twitter.
sound bit they always play in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I had a friend who had that as his ringtone on his
That's great.
phone. So it says, basically, they just talk about what the premise of the show is. It's Superman has to raise 2 kids. Me and Miracle may talk about the new episode that came out this week. All we need to know is, even though it's not related to this, limit Sarah Cushing as much.
No, I
as
found an article that said the Cushings are actually beneficial to this TV show.
I
And
know.
I was like, why?
I saw it. That article was wrong. The Sarah Cushing is objectively the worst part of the show through no fault of the actress. It's the fault of writing that is absolutely abysmal. And it's also an extremely big waste of Emmanuel Shrieky, who is a fantastic actress who plays Lana Lang in the show and is being completely underused.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. So just a heads up there that it has been renewed. And it is a good way of pointing out that less agenda-driven entertainment does work,
yes.
does sell, does keep
Yes.
things going.
Our
So
coworker Sarah, like she's one of our youngest employees. Like she does not like any of the superhero TV shows because it's good for like a couple of seasons, but then it falls out and she doesn't pay attention anymore. But she
Yeah.
really hates Supergirl.
yep,
Yep,
well,
yep. That's
I don't know
ridiculous.
anyone that actually likes Supergirl.
I like the first season.
That was CBS. That wasn't CW.
Oh yeah.
Different
Yeah.
production.
Yeah, different production, different production value.
So, so that is what it is. We are going to move on to the next topic, but I am
Next.
excited about Superman and Lois getting season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson wants $1 billion to take on YouTuber Jake Paul in a boxing ring.
What?
Let's crowdfund that.
No.
But let's crowdfund. Let's crowdfund $1 billion for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. But it can't be an exhibition. It has to actually be both of them trying to knock the other one out.
Wait,
Ooh,
really? They use
yeah.
that word in the article?
What?
Exhibition?
No.
No, that's just
YouTuber come
yes.
boxer.
I-
Yeah, that's what it's called. I think that's how they
I
this is
didn't
Lad
know.
Bible. This is Ireland, I believe.
Oh, is it? So they use
It's
slightly
either
different.
British or Irish. So yeah, that's I was going to actually skate past it and just giggle.
Sorry.
Thanks, Miracle.
I was just, I was just gonna giggle at it and see if anybody noticed. But yes, so it says Mike Tyson has revealed just how much money he would want to receive to step into the ring against YouTuber come boxer Jake Paul. Yes, we are.
makes sense.
We are 12-year-olds here.
Apparently.
we do laugh when
I
you
thought
spell.
it was COM though.
We do laugh
I
when
think
you
they're
spell.
trying to call him a different word.
Are they trying to call him a bad name?
No,
Yeah,
then I'm just
I-
intrigued.
That
I
is
think-
not what they're doing.
I like it.
No, I like my theory more
I love that
because
theory. Yeah, it's a good theory. They're going with it.
It's just an insult. Whoever wrote this article just really hates Jake Paul.
well, why would you like the Pauls other than like they're kind of smart? They're not Kim Kardashian smart.
I would say
Level
that
yet?
they are very smart with their branding. They're
They are
very
clever.
smart with
Good with
with their
marketing.
marketing.
Yeah.
They're literally trying to get two men to beat each other up and claim it's about the kids. So,
Yeah.
so it says,
Honestly, it's pretty good.
the legendary boxer wants a cool billion, just a billion with a B, guys.
That's it. That's
Can you say it as Mike Tyson?
What? What?
Can you say it with his
billion with
lisp?
a B. No, there's no
Oh.
S's.
I know.
I love how like much he kids himself about that. Like he, I don't remember what the word was, but like he wrote like a friend of his like passed out and he wrote on the dude's forehead, but he wrote out whatever
With a
word-
list.
Yeah, with a
That's
list.
great. I love it. Good for him.
He's a great dude.
It's his trademark.
His podcast is very popular. So it's,
believe it.
during the latest episode of Mike Tyson's Hot Boxing podcast,
Oh,
that's
my.
what we were gonna cover. I had a separate article about Mike Tyson where he is selling edibles in the shape of chewed off ears.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Dude, he's like living up to like the brand and like everybody's like
Me-
notion what we know him as. The
Yep.
guy that chewed off somebody's ear.
I
That's-
love it.
It's sad too because like the younger generation will only know him as that, but anyone like my age, I'm on the low end of, or the high end of this age group, but he was the most dominant force in boxing for a long time.
Was he
And-
a
and-
heavyweight or a lightweight?
He's heavyweight.
Watch this dude box and knock someone out, and it's terrifying. Like if you can imagine being hit with a punch
He's
that hard. Yeah.
brutal.
So it says Tyson then went on to explain his friendly relationship with the YouTuber. Or no, he replied, "Nobody told me that. Hey, I ain't got no effing money. So where's the effing contract? He's got money.
He has a little money.
He's
I
got a
think
little
he's
money."
okay.
It says Tyson then went on to explain his friendly relationship with the YouTuber, insisting that he knows nothing about a potential Vegas fight. Listen, I've been smoking with Paul forever.
Of course he has.
I did some shrooms with him as well.
Oh my gosh.
But I've never heard this. I was with him in St. Bart's not too long ago partying, and he never told me this. But I've never heard this from nobody. I've just heard this from you guys. So he says, but despite not being aware of a potential match, he was well prepared in what fee he would accept if that offer was to fight Paul actually came through. $1 billion.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, now I know how his fighting style is. Sorry, this is off topic, but I was searching it up. I thought he versed Bruce Lee for a bit. But no,
nope.
that's
Not the
somebody
same.
else.
Very different.
No, he was in IP Man 3.
Okay.
That's where I know him from. I was like,
yeah.
something's familiar about him
Yeah.
other than the chewing ear part.
A fight with a $1 billion price tag would be unprecedented, but with that the most successful pay-per-view fight in history being 2015's Mayweather versus Pacquiao, which made $400 million,
Yeah.
which is a lot of money.
But not a billion.
Not a billion, not quite close to $1 billion yet. It says, but the Logan brothers are proving they're contenders in the ring. Logan Paul taking on Floyd Mayweather last year. He managed to live to tell the tale.
He did. He did well.
But they did talk about how that was clearly an exhibition,
Obviously.
and that I do believe that if Mayweather had wanted to, he could have dropped him in a.
Kidding? Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
So, but not dying is an accomplishment, so I will give him that.
So do you know if his fights with Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley were exhibitions as well?
I don't know. I would imagine that the ones with I believe the ones with Mayweather being an exhibition. The other ones I can't say for sure. But there's a lot of. I think the speculation. It's like a weird modern day. This is modern day version of professional wrestling.
Right.
People for decades didn't know whether professional wrestling was fake or not.
Right.
Now people look at it and they're like, this is so clearly.
course it's
By the way, I don't care. I still have a deep love and affection for that
No,
industry.
Brett.
I do.
So
I'm
does
not.
Jack Posobiec.
Good.
You're in good
Well,
company.
We can
Yeah,
we
you
can
guys
fist
can
bump.
bond, yeah.
First of all, when you look at what they do, whether it's choreographed or not, it is extremely violent and brutal on your body, and they do that shit 300 days a year.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know how good a shape you have to be in
Yeah.
to do something like
Yeah,
that
that's pretty
300
intense.
days a year?
I'll give you that.
Okay, so it says, out of any other boxer in 2021, the two Paul brothers reportedly hold the highest spots for pay-per-view sales at a massive 2.7 million
This is
buys.
their marketing.
Is it because people want to see Jake Paul like get punched in the
Yes,
face?
Yes.
that's their
By
that's,
Mike.
That's their brand. Well, their brand is pay money to see me get beat up.
Yeah.
Can
Well, there's
I-
a German word for a face badly in need of a fist, and I really think that Logan and Jake Paul both have faces like that.
Well, I think mainly
saying.
Jake has it because
Yeah.
Logan's kind of
Not quite
hiding.
so bad. Yeah, he's not so in the.
Well, he hasn't paid Mayweather yet.
Yeah,
true, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's why he's hiding.
He hasn't quite paid Mayweather for their last fight.
Come on,
so-
why are you afraid of the man that can't read?
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, you leave him alone.
It's okay,
we
I
love
can't
Mayweather.
read.
I can't read out loud.
There you go.
So
No,
it's
almost
okay.
no one can.
So it says Mike Tyson, who was once the undisputed heavyweight world champion, retired from professional boxing in 2005. It felt like longer ago than that because he was big in the 80s. So that was a long time.
Well,
He had-
he's for a long
yeah.
time.
So it says, but he did pop the boxing gloves back on in 2020 in his exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. Fight ended with a draw, of course. But I do want to point out this other article that I found just today. Mike Tyson, guy pulls a gun after trying to fight at comedy show.
Woo!
Tyson handled this like a total pro, where this dude was acting out the whole video. I don't know if I can play it here. If it's okay to play it without sound, but basically this guy comes up during a show, and then a gun gets pulled, and you see everybody goes under the table, and Tyson does not move, and then eventually he hugs the guy at the end after he gets the guy to
Good for
calm
him.
down.
What a champ.
It says, if you thought Mike Tyson was a badass before, wait until you see how he handled himself when a guy pulled a gun within 15 feet of him. Let's just say you could call him a cool hand Luke.
Wow.
TMZ obtained this video, it's at like a small comedy show. It says, at first you see Mike seated calmly in the front row in the table talking in the show, but the whole thing was interrupted by a random guy who approached Mike and company and attempted to chat him up. So basically this guy comes up to him and tries to talk to him, and it totally disrupts the set of the comedian's set, which of course is very disrespectful.
Right.
It says, while you can hear exactly what's being said, we can't hear exactly what's being said in the footage. Eyewitnesses tell us that the man was actually challenging Mike to a fight. Basically, he's like, I want to elevate my status. I want to
Genius.
become well-known by beating you up, which of course, I'm sure Tyson was not, nobody who's proved himself in the ring that much needs to prove himself in a place like this.
Yeah.
So Mike keeps it chill, and then after the guy, the pissed off guy challenging Mike, who threatened to shoot the host, and then pulled out a gun from his waistband and cocked it in front of everyone. Naturally, everyone gasped and ducked for the under the tables. Luckily, he never fired, but put the gun away and almost immediately regretted it. He came up to Mike and goes, "Please don't call the cops on me."
Oh, wow.
Like, I just imagine like if there was a graph of like this huge testosterone spike,
Yeah.
where the
And
guy
then
pulls it,
after, it's
and then
like,
he's like,
whoop.
"Oh, like,
Snap.
man, I shouldn't have done that." Once again, Mike just sat there in relative silence, heard the guy out, and in the end embraced him. So
Good for
didn't
him.
flinch. He just hugged the man, and
Oh,
the guy
gee.
left without incident. And of course,
Wow.
ruined the set for the comedian.
Oh, for
like
sure.
people start filing out. Like, they don't know where
Like,
this guy's
I'm
going.
out. Bye.
What if this guy goes and waits outside for people to start coming out, so people just start leaving. So maybe the true hero of the show should have been the comedian, and he should get a double the fee for having his set interrupted, and then Mike Tyson getting all the publicity. Yeah. So I thought that was very interesting.
Hey, if your comedy set can draw Mike Tyson, that's pretty cool.
Must be good.
Yeah.
Must be good. Love Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That's really
so
cool.
we've got one more. We were gonna cover this yesterday.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Did you know that you can just name a kid and then just unname it?
Yeah.
You can.
Why could
do
you
that.
not do that?
You can do that before they get knowledge what their real name is.
Well, I think with changing the birth certificate, you just have to do it within a certain time frame.
Yeah.
So there's like a return policy on names.
Yeah, there is.
Well, it has to be like a fresh baby. Like
This
a fresh,
is a fresh
newborn.
baby. Yeah, it's a fresh baby.
And Miracle could not have phrased that any
That's really
creepier.
creepy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
was-
It's a fresh baby.
That's like that meme that says like it's like me and then a normal conversation. It's the guy elbow dropping, normal conversation. Miracle's like totally normal word, really creepy word, and she
No, they're not creepy separately, but together.
creepy phrase.
Very
not-
creepy.
I mean a newborn. That's
Yeah,
what I
there we
meant.
go.
Thank
Fresh
you.
baby.
That's what.
Fresh human. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous.
Sorry.
Anyway.
It's
My
bad.
brain is like so fried.
It's all good.
But yeah,
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about yet, we're talking about Kylie Jenner. Reveals she has changed her newborn son's name because it didn't feel right.
Her fresh baby's name.
She has changed her
oh
fresh
my god, can we
baby's
get
name.
that petition?
I like that. Let's change it to fresh baby.
Yeah.
I
you
love
should
it.
say that on IRL tonight.
Yeah.
Just bring it up
Well,
somehow.
We'll see what I can come up with.
Kylie Jenner has revealed she and Travis Scott have changed the name of their newborn son. Posting in an Instagram story, the makeup mogul wanted everyone to know that they aren't calling him Wolf anymore. Personally, I liked Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf's
Well,
fine. Maybe he was like very mild and calm, and Wolf wasn't fitting.
I think it's funny because like if you keep reading the article, it gets funnier why she changed the name.
Wait, before we scroll, I have to point out that her belly looks really weird. I'm just saying.
I think it's the photo.
Maybe.
I think it's
Like
lighting.
weird
Hey,
shading.
if everyone's going to give Emma Watson the benefit of the doubt, I'm giving her the benefit of
Nah,
the doubt.
I
She's
think
a
that's
fox
when
in
she
there.
like already popped out the baby.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
Like post. Oh, interesting. I
Because
wonder.
there was like a bunch of allegations that she gave birth to her son already, and like nobody knew she did. But then they're like, well, what happened to your baby bump? Because it looks different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh, weird. I wonder.
I don't know. Somebody has to like get Kim Kardashian or Jenner's investigator on here. There's a good one. Chris Carr could be a good one. Like he can
He would.
analyze them.
Yeah. Being a sneaky person.
Although the
Yeah.
beauty mogul didn't disclose what his name has been changed to, Jenner said that their first choice to the newborn just didn't feel like him.
Okay.
So did they name him before he was born?
Yeah.
So they chose the name
She
ahead of
kept
time?
it, she kept it as a secret, as I said before. Like they didn't say that she like popped out the baby, but she had the name under ropes until like she was like,
Under-
fine.
Under wraps.
Under wraps?
I can't really
ropes?
talk.
Huh.
Like something's
childbirth.
happening. Something's happening. But
I love it. This podcast where no one can talk. It's awesome.
yeah, but basically she was like, yeah, I do have a baby's name. Here's my baby's name. And she said, yeah, his name is Wolf.
I wonder if maybe she expected him to come out and look like a wolf, and then he didn't, and she's like, he looks more like a bear.
Well, maybe he came out and he was very laid back and mild.
Yeah.
That's what I came up with. I
Well,
don't know.
babies grow into their name.
That's true too. I don't know.
Like, do you believe in numerology?
No, I'm not really familiar with it.
So numerology is basically, sorry, this is a little bit off topic, but basically they believe everything has a reason to it. So your name has a total, so Lydia is a total of 5 numbers. And
Five
then,
letters, yeah.
and numbers. I can't really
Close
talk.
enough.
Yeah, so it's a number 5, and then you combine it with your last name. And also, depending who you talk to, they'll combine your middle name too to get your ultimate number. And that's your destiny number. That's basically like telling you what your fortune and how your luck is going to be throughout life.
Interesting. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
Those things
so-
are entertaining, but I don't really put any stock in them. I'm curious. Though.
Yeah, but basically they say
What
like,
a pragmatist.
I
okay.
mean,
I'm the same way.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, kind of interesting.
I'm
Who
a
knows?
dude, so I don't.
I find it. Well, I don't find the zodiac very compelling.
yeah,
yet.
well, they do your birthday also. So like the
Oh,
number.
interesting.
So for me, I'll throw out my birthday. So 01 plus 01 plus 1 plus 9, and then 2 more 9s, and that'll equal your destiny number 2. Some people like doing that.
Interesting.
But basically, they say a parent who names their kid the first time they are born, that's their
Destiny number.
I'm so glad I don't know what's going on right now.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But a lot of people do believe in this because like your number actually does like help you guide your life.
Maybe they picked a different 4-letter word.
It is
Yeah.
like the meme that I always point out about that I disclosed to Sarah,
Yeah.
Luke Sarah, when she was here.
Yeah.
About anytime a girl asks you what time you were born,
Run.
Just
run. Yeah,
You
I
text
know.
your mom and say, Mom, he says, Mom, what time was I born?
Yeah.
Run.
Just like run.
Get away from her. Mom
Yeah.
says.
She believes that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's nuts. Get away from her.
Well,
Does Sarah like the Zodiac? I don't know.
she
Sarah
likes astrology.
She was very big into it at first. She said she's not really into it anymore.
Because you bullied her.
I think my derision kind of
That's terrible.
I didn't bully her. I was
You bullied her like that
No,
woman.
that's fine.
I'm just joking. Brett didn't bully
I
anybody.
did not
a little
bully her.
pragmatic.
I was just like, I don't believe this stuff.
But yeah, so depending, because they said like don't change your name if it gives you like good luck. That's why like a lot of Chinese people or Asian people, they don't like it when you change your name.
My initials are bad. What does that mean?
I love that. That's awesome.
I love it. It just says that you're a badass.
I'm bad
you
at
go.
reading. That's what it is.
okay,
That's
bad
what
at
it is.
reading.
Okay. So it says when Jenner. So back to the story.
Anyway.
When Jenner gave birth to her son last month on February 2nd, she revealed to the world that they had settled on Wolf Webster.
Oh.
I liked
I like that one
even
more.
before reading it. I said
kind of
Wolf Wesley.
dignified.
I said Wolf Wesley would have been very
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Wolf-
that's good. I like that too.
Wolf Wesley. Kylie's former friend, Aussie influencer and businesswoman Tammy Hembrow, cheekily called her out last month for her copying her son's name, which is also Wolf. The news of the name change came after Jenner shared a short documentary about her pregnancy journey with her son. The heartwarming 10-minute tribute piece is called Our Son.
Aw.
Very good name.
Good, concise.
So I just thought this was very, very funny. It says, one Stormer wrote, I love how Stormy is part of everything. These videos are going to be something so memorable and special for the kids to look back on. This is pretty common now, like these types of videos. But that's
where they do the journey.
the journey of, I mean, yeah, if you can afford and you have the
Sure, yeah.
and you have like the momentum and the desire to actually want to put the time into making something like this, I'm sure most, a lot of women are just want to have to deal with so much while going through it. They don't want to also make a movie about it either. That's a lot of work.
It's not
and
a movie, like she's cutting it up to make it more watchable
like
for
a
people.
vlog almost.
Yeah. I don't know. You can do it on TikTok too. There's a bunch of women who've been doing it on
Just hire
TikTok.
someone to do it.
I do love, however, how the next article down after this about her child is
It's the blood one.
Kylie Jenner criticized over disturbing blood-soaked nude photos.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay.
So
Whoa, that took a turn.
That was all of October of last year.
my
She's
gosh.
changed so much since then.
Ah.
So-
She's a grown woman.
She's a grown woman.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, since I've got you both here, you're both hopeful mothers one day.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I don't even give your privacy a chance.
No, you're fine. This is well known for me, at least.
What names are you leaning towards?
Ooh.
You don't have to give exacts, but like things that you find in the realm that you'd like to see.
Andy has picked a boy's name, and I've picked a girl's name.
Okay.
Oh yay!
Give me-
And they both start with L's, and they're both unique.
You're not going to give me the names.
I'm not.
You're not
Maybe
gonna-
after the show.
You
Okay.
can't
People
trust
to copy
anybody.
me.
They'll
That's right.
steal.
Trust no one.
Yeah, like my next door neighbor, the one that I grew up with in Bakersfield. My mom was pregnant with my twin sisters, and my mom was like, "Oh, I found out that I'm having twin girls. I already have one named out. I want another one to have an E name." So she was like, Emma, because my grandmother was like, "I love the name Emma because it reminds me of Emma Hart from this one movie." And my next door neighbor wanted to name her daughter Elizabeth originally, but then she heard Emma, and she's like, "I'm
She
going."
stole it?
Yep.
That's terrible. I was reading a story the other day about a lady who named her daughter the name that her sister had chosen for her stillborn child. And I was like,
Oh,
messed
no.
up.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Another thing
That's
about
awful.
I know.
another thing about people stealing baby names. So this is like before like my mom knew the gender of the baby. She thought she only had one baby. So she was like, "Oh, if the baby is a boy, I'm naming it Aiden. Or if it's a girl, Eden." And my auntie heard this and she's like, "I'm going to name my son Aiden."
Well, okay.
And she stole that name. So I have a cousin named Aiden out there.
You guys should have done what my family did, which is where there were alternating names, male names in my family. It's Herbert, Sam, Herbert, Sam, Herbert, Sam.
Oh,
yeah. So my family stole the name Sam too. So there are now two cousins with the same name.
Oh,
so
it's kind of hard because like
confusing.
Yeah, it's hard and confusing because you want to choose a good name for your kid because that's what they're going to grow up with and that's what's going to create a human being. Brett looks like he's so out of it.
He's like, I shouldn't have started this conversation.
But no, for me, I'm naming my kids with a L name because I tend to choose boy names a lot, but I will give out like a throwaway name. I'm really into the name when I was younger, Maximum. Yeah, or Maximilian. I don't know.
I was gonna say Maximum is very different from Maximus or Maximilian.
I know. And then I was really into Axel, and I told my friend
Axl Rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I told my friend that I was like, I want to name my kid's middle name Axel, and he's like, that sounds too close to Axel.
Car part. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
He's like, don't name your kid that, please.
Got to figure out how they'll be bullied.
Yes, it's like naming your kid Willie.
But
yeah, don't do it.
Then I was like inspired to name like my kid Ambrose, but it's the same character as the older character for Sabrina's cousin.
It's also Adrian Monk's brother's name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like and my grandmother kind of ruined it for me because I like to see like how she reacts to certain names. And I was like, what about the name Soren? I really like that name because
that's a good name.
You can spell it different ways.
Sounds like a serial killer name
he's a
to me.
philosopher. Hey,
sounds like somebody like a.
It's a Nordic name.
It's very.
Why.
I really like Nordic names and German names. Like,
Yeah,
watch me have a kid named Boren.
No, Bjorn.
Well, since I'm never getting married and likely never having kids, I would choose the name Declan. So if anyone,
our friend Lisa has a son named that.
That's right. Yeah, Declan.
She didn't want to name him that. Yeah,
she does. Oh, well, I love that name.
That's a good name.
It also alliterates with my last name. So.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the alliterative last name thing.
So yes, thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.